finale, and the riders, when Murtaza won the toss, he wanted to go up front with Blades, and they've managed to get 165 for 5 thanks to 46 from Gale, 44 from Rousseau, but it was Benny Howell out of Gloucestershire in England with a half century, 53 from 28, and Nahadul, he was good support because he only just came in, and he stroked the 4, and he also gave the strike back to Benny Howell, was very good. Last 30 deliveries, folks, disappeared for 74. Wonderful momentum going into the second half. Attar Ali Khan alongside. Good to see Gale time in the middle.
He took his time and played. I think it's still a very good knock because he wanted some kind of stability right at the top of the order with no A.B. de Villiers and Alex Hale. Then it was Riley Rousseau played some shot, but it was all came down to Benny Howell. I thought he played beautifully. I mean, he was sitting outside on the bench for 19 odd days, and then he comes back and smashes his first 50. And what a time to get a 50. He was in partnership with Riley Rousseau with that very important partnership, 17, just 40 deliveries. Ensure they go on to post a really good total at 165 for 5. Excellent work in the end. At one stage it looked that they wouldn't have gone past 150. And some big sixes. They managed to hit 8 sixes. That was the first one from Chris Gale, and then Riley Rousseau also belting one down at the cow corner. Benny Howell came in and started hitting sixes. He altogether, out of the 8 sixes, hit 5 in that knock of 53 of just 28 deliveries, and ensuring they have a very good total on the board. That is a cracking shot, inside out, not an easy shot to play. And then also Riley Rousseau picking up that 6. He kept on hitting them. He picked up the length so very quickly and ensure in the end he would pick up quite a few. That's the bowling.
Yeah, Saifedean. Yeah, it was a little expensive, but still useful. Mahedi, yeah, 1 for 28. Look at that, 14 dots. And the same with Saha. 2 young spinners.
At the top, Mahedi missed out, as did Bopara. So batted really well for his 44. They ended up getting, 74 runs off the last 5 overs to get a total of 165 for 5.
Oh, Benny Howell, absolute joy to watch today. He hit the ball out of the middle from the start. Beautiful power, and what I liked most was the placement. When he decided to go for a big shot, he committed 100%, hit the ball in the gap. Wonderful, wonderful work from Benny Howell, and a richly deserved half century.
It felt to me that they did know his hitting zones before coming in here, and you need to get vision of him, and they mightn't have had it. And let's have a look at his wagon wheel. He's very good over cover. Look at those wonderful shots. And then also he actually banked it up a little bit and hit it on the leg side, so they just didn't get the defensive lines and lengths to him, and they paid dearly. Lovely, 53 off 28.
Who's been brilliant all tournament, 1 for 42 off 4. Mahedi Hassan, sensational, 1 for 28. Wahab Riaz has had a night to forget. Drop catch, misfields, 1 for 49 off 4. Saha was fantastic, 14 dots, 1 for 14 off his 4 overs.
5 extras and got there in 18.5.
Very well calculated innings from Lewis. He took his chances early on. The timing was superb, piercing the gaps and also manipulating the field. Beautiful. Yeah, some nice strokes. 5 4s and 3 6s. Yeah, it was very good. And the timing was superb as well. Yep, and that's his wagon wheel. Just 3 6s as well. And more on the leg side, that's where he favors most. And anything that was straight, he played it beautifully. More for bottom end player, but today he was superb with the stick.
I thought he negotiated the spin really well because it's not a go-to for him, because he was up against Nahadul, Ghazi, and you think of those guys that put a lot of pressure on early, and he didn't succumb, didn't get out. Both he and Tamim put on 35 for the first wicket and hung in there and played very patiently. Won the toss, wanted to bat first, did Murtaza. and they managed 165 for 5. I think that was just a little bit below par on the surface at night. Howell got a half century, Gale and Russo got into the 40s, but the spinners had a real good say here tonight. And in reply, Camilla Victorians 166 for 2 and 18.5, cruising to victory by 8 wickets and 7 balls to spare. Take a quick break and we'll come back with that guy, Shamim Chowdhury, in the post-match presentation. By 8 wickets with 7 balls to spare, courtesy of Evan Lewis. 71 not out from 53. Anam Haq got 39 from 32. And Shamsur Rahman, he was 34 from 15. And good little partnership there. 41 from 22 was quite outstanding. 5 extras, and it was all very comfortable in the end. And some lovely stroke play early on. Some good striking straight from Lewis. Nicely eased, and if you're slightly off, of course, you're going to disappear in this format. Animal Huck really enjoyed himself out there tonight with Lewis. Some wonderful timing and striking. Shamsur as well. 35 from the start, wasn't bad, but look at that. Lewis and Animal Haq, 90 from 63, set this game up beautifully. And then Shamsur and Lewis, that 41 from 22, allowed the Kamilovics to cruise to victory with 7 balls remaining and 8 wickets in the tank. Yeah, straight is so often the way to go. It's lovely and clean, and then if you're short, well, it's just help yourself. A lot disappearing in this region of this form of the game. Yeah, you got it wrong there, Bopara. And that too was a full bunger and went the journey. Bowlers, well, they needed wickets early and they couldn't get them because of some patient, measured batting. Mushrif Air got 1 for 43, and Shaful Islam with that lovely Yorker that got rid of Animal Haq were the only successful bowlers for the Rangpur Riders here tonight in this first qualifier. 166 for 2. Tamim, he got the 17 and then tried to flick one off his hip and came second. Skipper coming around the wicket did the trick. Comfortable catch for Benny Howell. And then Yorkers, well, they're so good. You get the Yorker right, you can get these sort of results. And Shaful Islam is a good exponent of this delivery. Got rid of Animal Haq. Won the toss and wanted to go up front with bats in hand, did Murtaza. And 165 for 5 we felt was about 20 short on this surface in these conditions here at night. Howell got a half century not out. Gale and Rousseau got into the 40s, and the spinners did very well for the Kamilovics. And in reply, the Victorians, courtesy of Lewis, who was 71 not out from 53, and Animal Haq, who got 39 from 32, and then you had Shamsur Rahman, 34 not out from 15 deliveries. And Tamim, well, he got a start and then he couldn't kick on, but Shaful Islam and skipper Mashrafi Murtaza were the only wicket takers here tonight against the Victorians. So all very comfortable for the Kamilovics by 8 wickets. Well, we'll hopefully have the presentation party ready for you. Short break and have everything in